guys, it's me Erica, and today I'm going to be showing you how I made Mew Lettuce's Castanets from the anime Tokyo Mew. And the reason I'm doing this is because I'll be cosplaying her soon, and I really didn't find that many tutorials on how to make her weapons. So some of you guys may be interested in cosplaying her in the future and might want to know a cheaper way to do it, or just want to have a piece of Tokyo Mew with you, so I wanted to do that. So let us get started. So first I actually brought these paper mache flat circle ornaments from Michael's. I think they're probably like $3 per ornament, so in total $6. And I saw them and I was like, yeah, this could work because it's the perfect shape and it's pretty cheap. And also I was deciding whether or not to cut off the string part, for which signifies that it is an ornament, but I decided not to, just for easier carrying when I'm actually in cons, so I don't always have to hold them by the sides but rather by the string. But anyways, after I bought them, I actually traced the ornament on a piece of paper so I could draw out the design with the proportions of Mew Lettuce's castanets, and I used a reference picture of the castanets online, and I'll leave pictures of my resources and also pictures of my own design so that it'll be easier for you to do them. So with the paper I traced the ornament, and then I used a smaller circle which ended up being my pencil case to trace the smaller circle inside, and then I drew in the design, which is basically like a heart-shaped ornament with some wings and then a two-tone design of blue. So after I drew on the design on a piece of paper, I painted the ornament yellow so it could be the base color, and then I drew a circle kind of mimicking the picture I drew before. And the reason why I did that is so I can get the proportions right, and you should always draw it on paper first so you don't really mess up on the actual thing, so you don't have to keep buying another thing because that can get expensive. And then after drawing the circle, I colored it in with a darker color first, but personally I feel like I should have used the lighter green than the darker green first, just because it's easier to cover a lighter color than it is to cover a darker color. So when I actually had to paint on the green, lighter green later, it was kind of hard because I had to do more coats, but it still worked. So moving on to the light green, how I did the design, or at least how I thought of it, is that it kind of looked like those angels you have on your tree for Christmas. I don't know if that's just me, but I think it kind of looks like, you know, those angels holding out their hands, but I colored that in the light green color. Or if you did what I said before and just painted it light green before the dark green, you can still do the same concept. So after that dried, I painted the heart ornament piece in the middle in a black. First I filled it in black so it could act as the outline later, instead of putting that outline after you kind of painted everything, because I find it easier to do the outline first than the actual design, just so that you're not accidentally coloring over your actual hard work design. And then after that I painted it yellow, or at least filled it in yellow, and then painted all the other things that needed to be in that heart ornament. Then after that dried, I glazed it with Mod Podge, and I made sure to use a kind of clean paintbrush just so that no transfer gets onto it. And I let that dry, and then while that was drying, I actually made the ribbon, and I got a pink ribbon from Walmart. I don't know how long it was, but I know it was more than I needed, and it was about like $2 per roll, so it's pretty cheap. And then I tied it into a ribbon. I don't know if there's a specific way to tie it, I just made sure that the bow, the actual like the loops of it were pretty large and had kind of a long end part. And then after the ornament or the main part of the castanet dried, I glued the ribbon with E6000 on top of the castanet to kind of hide the string. And after that, I was pretty much done. I really think these turned out pretty well. I was pretty impressed with myself when I did it. And hopefully you found this helpful, and we'll make it soon if you want to cosplay her also, or just have it as a memento for your nostalgic feels. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and see you in the next video.